We are also following breaking news from Annapolis. The man who murdered 5 employees at the Capital Gazette newspaper in 2018 will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Jared Ramos received 5 consecutive life sentences with no possibility of parole.
Yeah, obviously an emotional day for the victims' families. Our Bruce LaShan joining us here in studio tonight. And Bruce, we know that Ramos didn't show any remorse for his actions in the past. What about this time?
Yeah, just the opposite. Justice served, the governor said. Justice for 5 hailed as guardians of the First Amendment. Ramos declined to say anything at the sentencing hearing today. But as he imposed this enormous sentence, the judge detailed how Ramos told a state psychiatrist he would kill even more people given the chance. It was one of the worst attacks on journalists in the nation's history. Prosecutors called Jared Ramos a vengeful man, obsessed with the newspaper, who took his rage out on Gerald Fishman, Rob Hyacin, John McNamara, Rebecca Smith, and Wendy Winters, who he slaughtered as they hid, tried to stop him, or to escape.
Throughout this trial, it was clear that he enjoyed killing the victims, and he regretted not being able to kill more of the victims.
As bad as it was, the prosecutor says it could have been worse.
Fortunately, he got so many things wrong that instead of 30 or 40 people being victims that day, we had 5.
The killer's lawyers tried and failed to convince a jury that he was too mentally ill to understand what he'd done.
She will always be my mommy. I don't care that I'm 23 now. She's my mommy.
For the families of the victims, the sentences offer varying degrees of comfort.
It gives us solace that for the rest of his life, he will be alone in a prison cell, and he'll have to live with his own actions.
Photojournalist Paul Gillespie survived the attack.
I don't think there's ever going to be any closure. I mean, I lost 5 of my family members. I was almost killed myself. It's something that haunts me every day.
The judge says the killer did not get the final say, that the community and the First Amendment got the final say. But a hedge fund known for drastic cuts has now purchased the Gazette, and the continuing fight to save journalism still haunts the survivors.
Press on.
Press on.
And the killer has 30 days to file a notice of intent to appeal, but that may not happen. This guy who has filed all kinds of lawsuits leading up to the murders wrote the judge that he didn't wish to litigate anything anymore. Leslie?
Yeah, Bruce, it was a while ago, and in some ways it feels like it was just yesterday when we all went through the trauma of losing those 5 first informers, so important to our community and our nation.
Yeah, and it's just shocking that we can look at something so horrific and put it behind us. I mean, this is something we should never, ever forget.
Well said. Thanks, B.